Hey, what is up guys? It's your boy Speed here, and today we're going to be talking about 7.38, the best combos, 7 of the best combos, I'd say. Now, I really tried my best to pick 7 of the strongest combos, but I had to fit a couple of kind of more meaty combos. Either way, let's get into it and talk about 7 things you can do with your friends if you happen to have any. On top of that, go sign up to the gameleap website, guys. I'm posting new content over there almost every day, and I'll see you there. Let's get into the first one, which is Alchemist and Medusa. This is something I've theory crafted and have yet to see or try, but I'm almost certain that it's really great, especially in average pubs. So what is the idea here? Well, something that's pretty funny about Alchemist is that one of his facets, his new facet, is called Dividends, and it gives 75 GPM for each Aghanim Scepter he has granted to allies. Now, 75 GPM for a hero like Alchemist is not a lot. I mean, to be fair, it's a decent amount if he's a support, and kind of that's the big thing that's going to come into play here. Basically, this facet incentivizes Alchemist to hand out Aghanim Scepter, and so you want to pick it with the best possible heroes. Now, can I say for sure that Medusa is the best combo with this? No, not necessarily. There's a lot of great ones. There's heroes like Slark or Gyrocopter. I mean, I'm sure there's many more that I'm forgetting too. But here's why Medusa might be great. If you haven't seen the new Medusa or why it is great with Aghanims, the Aghanims is the old level 25 talent. Basically, it allows your split shot to use modifiers. So typically with split shot, only your first attack can proc things like MKB or Maelstrom. However, with Aghanim Scepter, you can proc Maelstrom with every attack. This becomes pretty broken, and the main item you want to synergize with this is Mjolnir. And so what a lot of people are already doing, but they buy the Ags themselves, is they go this new facet on Medusa, which is called Undulation. It also has quite good win rate. It also has quite good win rate across brackets, and it gives Medusa 310 flat movement speed. Medusa is unslowable, which is pretty amazing, right? That in and of itself is awesome, right? I mean, the hero just cannot be slowed, and you can't increase her movement speed, so you can't buy boots. So you might be like, oh, 310 movement speed, that's kind of bad, but the reality is the hero's a 285 movement speed hero. I mean, with boots, you're not much higher than 310, and so basically this gives you almost boots in the laning stage, which is great, and the inability to be slowed, which is also great. Then, Mjolnir Axe is one of the most nasty timings in the game on Medusa. After that, you want to buy a Hurricane Pike. From there, you have a lot of options. Personally, I think the best option after Hurricane Pike is to go items like Scotty and just build up your tankiness, as trust me, when you have the Axe Mjolnir timing on Medusa and you're proccing Mjolnir like crazy and putting the barrier on yourself, you are doing some nasty amount of damage. And the reason why I think this is a great combo is the Elk very easily can be position 5 and just lane with Medusa. Sure, you're gonna lack some early game spells and you gotta be careful about being run over, but considering most pubs go late game, this is gonna work. Alk has a stun, Alk has acid spray. This hero naturally synergizes pretty well with Medusa in the laning stage, even in the game, right? You're just gonna be able to stun people for Medusa and buy buffs for her, which is exactly what she wants. Getting into the next combo, we have Seer Marci. This combo is probably one of the most meta combos of this patch. Marci is a hero that is incredibly popular in the pro scene right now, and I think will remain that way until she is nerfed or removed from the game. Now, why do I say that? Well, she has this facet called Pick Me Up, which is the main support facet for Marci. It allows her to pick up an ally when using Rebound. This is pretty broken because certain heroes, their main drawback is their lack of mobility. I mean, think about heroes like Earthshaker. Pre-Blink Dagger, he is not that scary. You kind of have to mess up the die to him a lot of the time. However, once he gets Blink Dagger, you kind of have to shit your pants everywhere on the map, especially if you're near a creep wave. Imagine Marci at mid 8, when you get Echo Slam, is bringing you on top of someone in a creep wave or onto a brood with spiderlings. Yeah, there's a lot of interactions that work like this with Marci, and probably the best one in the game is Seer. Seer recently received a major buff to his Quick Wit facet, which gives him attack speed, making him a way better laner, and also the meta just kind of benefits this hero as a whole. It's really beneficial to win the early game fights so that you can take the minute 15 Tormentor, and I would say Marci Seer is probably one of the best combos in the game at enabling this playstyle. But yeah, let's talk about why these heroes are great together. I would say the main thing first off is Seer wants shell users, mainly melee heroes, and then on top of that, I would say Seer's major issue is actually getting on top of people with the shell. Marci is the best hero in the game at doing this. All you do is you shell yourself, you shell the Marci, she rebounds you both on top of a target, and that target almost always dies. On top of that, Marci has the ability Bodyguard, which benefits a lot from high attack speed partners. Whoever she is next to, if they are hit by an ally, she hits them as well. And so Quick Quick with Dark Seer has insanely good synergy. Probably my favorite combo in the game right now, and that's why it's number 2 here. All right, getting to the next combo, we have Oracle. Leshrac is one of the best heroes in the game right now. This is for sure. They gave him some really big buffs to his items. For instance, Gleipnir. Well, I guess it's not his item, but it's an item that he can buy for a big root, right? A lot of Leshracs now are buying Atos, incredible item on the hero, health and int, and it sets up for your abilities. So Atos Leshrac is really broken, but you wouldn't want to buy it in the past because it didn't build anything good. You're not going to buy Gleipnir on Leshrac in the previous patches from Maelstrom. Now, Gleipnir is AoE increase, which is probably the best stat on Leshrac besides maybe Spell Lifesteal. And so, yeah, they also buffed Bloodstone in some way, where that item now has a basic Dispel. That is great for Leshrac to dispel, well, just general abilities, but most importantly, Spirit Vessel in some tougher matchups. Yeah, on that note as well, Oracle Leshrac is a classic combo. I just think it's really great right now. I also think Oracle is just a fantastic hero. Especially in average pubs, where if he doesn't lose the laning stage, this hero's mid game is fantastic. It provides nasty amounts of heal, right? It doesn't disarm anymore, which really doesn't matter with Leshrac with his W, but still, it's great. And most importantly, it's just kind of, again, a classic combo. Oracle heals Leshrac, Oracle dispels Leshrac, Oracle gives Leshrac magic immunity, Oracle makes Leshrac heal for a shit ton when he ultis him. It's just a classic combo, it's very synergistic, and now that Leshracs are buying Atos, it kind of makes up for the lack of control that this combo might have had in the past. Getting to number 4, we have Warlock PA. Warlock PA is a last patch combo, but I do want to mention that I think it's still absolutely incredible. I'm going to spend less time on this one because a lot of people are probably familiar with it, but the idea is simple. Warlock has the facet Black Grimoire. This facet makes it where if he gets assists or kills, he gets 250 XP on an item that he can consume at minute 7 to get a wisdom rune for every single assist or kill. You can see why that would snowball out of hand. If you get 5 or 6 assists and kills coming out of the laning stage, you can be level 7, 8, 9 at minute 7, 8, 9. I mean, that is what happens in the majority of Warlock games. Or you can hold the item until the mid to late game and hit level 12 or 15 at pretty ridiculous paces. I'd say the main thing to do is, again, win the early game. The main benefit of the current patch is that if you win the early game, you get Tormentor, and Tormentor is completely overpowered in its current state. I will be repeating this in a lot of my upcoming videos over and over and over again until people actually begin to realize how broken it is. And so this combo wins lane, PA lacks sustain, Warlock heals him, PA goes in with Warlock's W. Warlock's W is AoE. When it heals, it also deals damage. This is fantastic. And so yeah, these heroes in lane are completely broken, and the tempo that PA provides for Warlock is really OP because PA forces engagements like no other. She buys Corrosion and has a slow with her dagger, and so she can basically guarantee Warlock is going to get assists in the laning stage. PA is probably the best carry in the game at forcing fights early, besides maybe like a Marci, which is coming into the meta, which I also think Marci Warlock is completely overpowered as well. Okay, let's move on to the next one, which is Veno Jungle and NS. Another kind of last patch combo. I'm gonna move into, new patch combos for the next two, but just quickly, they made it better. They made it better. I mean, Veno Jungle, again, I think is great in this patch. Having strategies that are good in the early game is great. I won't say why. You should remember why from the last point. If you didn't and you skipped ahead, well, whatever. I guess you're gonna have to go back. Yeah, so why is this combo even better? As I said, the minute 15 timing, and Night Stalker is now better in the early game. What did they do? Well, with his Night Rain facet, he now gets a free point in his E. So you can either take another point in it and have it at level 2, and it's just better than what it was, right? So you're just better, or you can skill a point in your Q and trade better with whoever, right? Or you can secure creeps. You're just better. And so, yeah, this combo, it's one of my favorite in the game. I had to mention it because I think it's absolutely fantastic, even still. And so, Veno Jungle NS, don't sleep on it. Next up is Mirana DK. These are two of the most buffed heroes of the patch. I'm not kidding. Dragonite is the most buffed hero of the patch, even after the bug fixes, if you want to even call it that, that they recently put on the hero. He is still the most buffed hero of the patch, and Mirana I think is number 2 or 3. I can check for guys, she's number 2 on the list. And so these are the 2 most buffed heroes on the list, and funny enough, they are a classic combo together. Absolutely classic combo, wonderful combo. Why? You stun into arrow. Very easy. You click Moonlight Shadow, they can't see the DK coming, he stuns them, someone dies. It's just a great combo. This could be your carry 5, this could be your 4 in your mid, but this could be your offlaner in your 5. You can, as long as Mirana's support, I don't think this hero is a great core. It's not terrible, but I don't think it's the best. As long as this is your support plus any core role, it's a nasty combo, very straightforward, and two of the most meta heroes of the patch, so it's something you should look out for sure. And the last combo of the patch is a combo that doesn't have direct synergy, or much of it. The main direct synergy of Lifestealer Jakiro is the laning stage. Lifestealer needs a strong early hero to carry him out of the lane, and Jakiro is probably the best, or one of the best, level 2 to 3 heroes in the game. They made Jakiro even better at level 1 now that he can take Liquid Fire, which is a better trading ability than Liquid Frost at level 1 in almost all scenarios. In level 2, he can use Liquid Frost plus his Dual Breath to deal maximum damage, right? It's a better level 2 combo than Liquid Fire plus Dual Breath, right? So it's really awesome that he has this option now. On top of that, Jakiro is a pretty broken hero. It's one of the best control heroes in the game with the buffed Ice Path, with this new freeze facet that basically lets you use the ability again. And not only can you use the ability again, it stuns again and deals damage. I would say Jakiro's main problem in the past was that if you wanted to max his best ability, Ice Path, you would have to sacrifice damage. Now you get both. You have the better laning, and you get both in the mid game. You get to max your Ice Path, and it just gives damage. So yeah, this combo is great because Jakiro provides control for Lifestealer in the mid game, some of the most control in the game, and really more importantly, in my opinion, Lifestealer is probably the best mid game carry in the game on average, and so all you need to do is give this guy a good start. Enable his laning stage. Jakiro does 1 billion damage, his Lifestealer has some slows, he has that open wounds ability, and this lane is great. Jakiro's going to get him through the lane, if not win him the lane. And you give Lifestealer a couple of kills in the laning stage, all of a sudden, his facet is giving him a lot of max HP per kill. So this combo, it's just good, right? I don't want to say these heroes have some nasty amount of like one-on-one synergy that something like Alchemist and Medusa or Darkseer Marci or Leshrac and Oracle or Warlock PA have. I wouldn't say they like mesh together like those heroes do, but it doesn't really matter. It's just kind of about Jakiro enabling the weak point in the game of Lifestealer and then providing control in the mid game, you know, and burst damage while Lifestealer lacks it in the early game. These heroes just make sense. All right, that's going to be all for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe. And by the way, on the gameleap website, I just made a full guide on Warlock PA, that combo, how to execute it, analyzing a professional match, and breaking down all the little points so that you guys can get to the top level. Because, you know, as easy it is to pick these combos, you got to know actually what you're doing in the game. And so I like making breakdowns like that over on the website. All right, I'll see you guys there.